Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, just show me love by clicking on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon to get notified whenever I drop new videos. Thank you very much. Today what we are going to look at is the common um, accordion, the common accordion that you know in website. So accordion is majorly used to shorten the content on the web page. If for example you have a very large content and the content have headings, you can actually put them each sections so that whenever you click on the title it expands and you see the content inside the expanded. So today we're going to look at it. Now let me show you the plus button. So this plus button could be open or see more, expand, and so on and so forth. But here they use plus. You can see the plus here. So whenever you click on the plus, it opens to see the content, and when you click on the minus, then it closes back. So that's where we're going to implement or design with Figma. So as I said, prototyping in Figma is very simple if you know how to use component and variants. So all you just need is to this effect that we're talking about, we can actually implement it using several pages. But just think of an instance where we have many or up to like 10 sections that want to put in accordion. So it will be very hard, or it will even it will be cumbersome to put those kind of things in in a design. But what we're going to use here today is component. We're going to make use of component and variants of a component. Now to start with, I will first of all uh, have a frame or artboard, so of the size of desktop. So here is it. Now what I'm going to do now is to create components. So before I create before I create the components, I would like to give my artboard or the frame or the screen layout. So I'll add a layout grid to it. Now change the grid to columns, and normal columns I'll put it 12, and the margin 100 pixel, and the gutter I'll make it 24 pixel. So you can give whatever you like to your web depending on how you want it to look like. So I always use these settings for my artboard. Now every content except the hero image and the navigation bar, every content that will have, and the footer, every content that will have on this page will not exceed the uh the which will not exceed the columns that we are having here. So I would try and we'll create this carousel now. Sorry, this accordion. So I'm going to draw the first one, which is going to be, let me say, 60 pixels of height. Then I'll give it a fill color. I'll move it out. So this one I'll remain the frame, and I'll call it default default. I'll create the other one also, the one that hold the contents. And I'm going to expand it. So this is what we'll have. This will have a content, and so this is default, and this I'll call it expand, or we can say expand and collapse. Expand and collapse. So these are the two. One of them will have the content, and the other will have the headings. So to put the heading, I'm going to pick the text and the heading I'll give it 18 pixel. Sorry, let me say section title. Section title is 18 pixel. So I'll make it 24 pixel to the right, and I'll centralize it vertically. So on the other side here, I'll have, instead of having a plus, I'll have an arrow. I'll create a polygon here that will serve as an arrow, and this polygon by default I'll rotate it like this. I'll press Ctrl E so to actually flatten the image, the object. So I'll move it to the edge of the frame, and I will minus 24 from the left, from the X, so that we have what we are seeing here. Now, instead of using this rectangle, you can also use whatever you like plus and minus. You can use words like open and close. You can use expand, collapse, any word you feel like you can use, just to show you that okay, what you're having here is uh you're having another information here. So this, I will make it okay 71. The text also, this text I will give it a medium, and I will make it 20, the color to be 20 20 20. Now these headings is what I'm going to copy here. Also, I'm going to copy this heading here. So this is 24 and 19. So the top, I'm going to make it 19 also, and it's 24. And this title, I'm going to increase the size, let's say 24 for example, 24. So this is okay. And this arrow also, we're going to copy it. But before we copy this arrow, I would like to give it a frame, so that we'll have a very big hotspot for the mouse pointer. So I'll select it, and I'll press Ctrl Alt G to give it a frame, and after that I'll press Shift A to give the frame and auto layout, and I will increase the padding from here. Let me say 8 and 8. So is what we have. So this, let me just minus 16 now, since we have added 8. Now this is what we have. This is what we have. So I'm going to copy this also, Ctrl C, and I'll paste it in the expand, Ctrl V, like this. So here is it. But when it comes here, I'm going to rotate it down so that it shows it opened. So I'm going to hold down Alt, and I'll rotate it. I'm going to hold down Shift, and I'll rotate it clockwise to have minus 90 degrees. So the contents, it will remain. So I'm going to draw this like this, and the content, I'll generate the content using a plugin called Lorem Ipsum. So Lorem Ipsum is a kind of like a plugin that you can use to generate just placeholder text. So ask me to generate 5 sentences of the auto generator. I'll press auto generate to generate the full something for me. So the text is a medium size. I will put it regular, and the size is 24. I will make it 18. So I'll copy it, V, Ctrl V, Ctrl V. So we have this like this. So this is the content. We have the heading, we have the content, and we have the title. So the next thing I'll do is to combine this set as variants, create component set like this. So next thing, I'll give this button, this arrow, I'll give it an export, a connection from the arrow to the main section. and I'll say after click, then smart animate. I'll give it okay, ease out 500 milliseconds. So also the entire section, I'll also drag it also to it with the same property. Then the arrow here, I'll create connection to it to go up. Then with the same settings. So what I'll now do is to copy them. To copy one of the section, Control C like this, one of the variants, and I'll paste it, Control V, in the artboard. But if you look at it, we are not seeing it properly. So I'll go to the component and I'll give it shadow effect. I'll do the 0. I'll do the blur 20, and the color, I'll give it a kind of blue. I like it very well. So I'll press Shift G to hide the layout so that I can see what okay, now this is what we have. So the next thing I'll do is to create a copy of this. I created one and I'll keep pressing Ctrl D to create more. So this is what we have. So the next thing, I'll select everything and I'll give them auto layout. Shift A, auto layout, and the space between them I'll give it 4. So that is it. So if I select any of this and I change it to expand, it will push the other the below one to push them down to show the content, and whenever I choose the other one again and it closes it. So section title will go here, every section title will go here, and you can edit this single component for everything. If you are doing a real project, you can edit this single component you have here. You can edit the variance. So okay, this is 41. Make this one also 41 instead. So you can edit this variance for everything, just this single one. You don't need to create many variants for different, for section that look the same. So let me return this to the normal. Now create a flow from here and I'll play the flow. So here is what we have. So I'm going to so that you can see very well. So this is what we have. If I click on this, it goes down. I show the content, and if I close it, it comes like this. But one thing we have to do now is I'll go back to the design. The main contents, I'll also give it a shadow, background shadow. So what I'll do now is I'll save this shadow, the shadow I have for the first one. I'll save it as a style and I'll call it shadow. So I'll come to the section content, I'll go to the effects, and I'll select the shadow. So if I go back to it, whenever I open, you see it shows very well now. So this is an accordion. So mind you, the text of this section, this text I put here is not, comes with default property. So you can, for normal text, this is size of 18. So the height should be around 26. You can add 8, 60 to 18 to give you 6. To give you 26. So 8 plus is 26. Then 26, and the line height is okay like that. Half. So here's it. I'm going to share this file to Figma Community. You can search at Hassan261. At Hassan261, when you search, you see the things I have for you there. You can copy them, you can duplicate them and use them in your design also. They are very, very simple. Thank you very much. If this is your first time on this channel, please just show me love by clicking on the subscribe button and turn on the uh, the notification so that whenever I upload new video, you'll be notified. Thank you very much.